Okay.
Was that too long an answer for you?
Given that answer, I have no more questions because you answered a lot of questions. So, but the one thing in that laundry list of things you mentioned, one thing you didn't mention was inflation. And last year in an interview with Bloomberg Television, you voiced concern that the very high inflation rate would increase the overall cost of many of the projects that you're overseeing. With inflation ebbing, is that still a concern?
Well, first of all, you remember last year, every time anybody had a conversation, it had to be about inflation, and it was going in the wrong direction. And they said it was the president's fault, and they forgot to talk about COVID and forgot to talk about the war in the Ukraine and the fact that the breadbasket of the world was challenged. And as we now look at where we are today, which is not anywhere close to being a recession, 12.1 million jobs, the unemployment rate as low as it's been in 50 years, wages gone really up. Economists have really kind of cooled down on a prediction that has not come true. Now, inflation continues to be a really serious problem for America, and the president is working on lowering costs every day, which is why he talks about prescription drugs, keeping the cost of insulin down, making sure that health care is available, and the other things that we can do, lowering gas prices, $1.50 a gallon lower than it was some time ago. And by the way, for the last 6 months, inflation has actually been going down every month. So that's the reality as it exists today. Having said that, when anything costs more, it's a problem. But the infrastructure bill is anti-inflationary because the investment is over a long period of time. And although the projects today are affected by it, as inflation ebbs over time, we're going to be able to build more stuff longer. And I'm hoping that in the future, when people see how wonderful this particular thing is and that there really is no Republican or Democratic way to fill a pothole, you just need to get the damn thing filled, right? Because it's a pain in the butt. Can I say that on?
You just
all right,
did.
Sorry. I'm glad I checked before I said it. But what's going to happen is it's going to grow the economy. It's not going to diminish the economy. And so, yeah, you're concerned about it, but you can't build this thing out of the context of what's going on in the real world in real time. But we think over time it's going to ease up because it's a 5, 7, 10-year program. And my expectation is if we get this right, this is why it's critically important for all of us to work together on the one thing that everybody agrees on in this town, is that Congress will see the benefit of it, the American people will want more of it, and we'll continue to invest because this is the one thing that's going to put us in a position to win the future of the 21st century.